Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our next PLE of the year, the Elimination Chamber. Tonight we're in Vancouver, British Columbia, where 12 superstars will enter the chamber at the end of the night, and only 2 will come out as champions. Makoto Niijima looks to defend her belt inside the chamber against her 2 main championship adversaries and 3 other superstars looking for an opportunity. And in our main event, Zenkichi Hasegawa looks to defend from the entirety of the men's Universal Division. Meanwhile, A2 tries to make up for her streak ending last year as she tries to defend her belt against Akane Owari and begin a new streak. And Goro Akechi's perfect streak is on the line yet again as he takes on Mr. Money in the Bank, Shinjiro Aragaki. And the biggest storyline of the year, Fiora is making a push to become only the second double champion in JWE history. Get ready for a night of nothing but excitement and drama, because this is the Elimination Chamber. Wait, what? I have no idea why it didn't play that, but whatever. And here we go, starting off our night with our men's Nexus Championship match. I have no idea why the announcer isn't announcing it, but whatever. Making his way to the ring, it is the challenger, 9S. And just a reminder, these Nexus Championship matches are unlike anything else in the JWE Championship. Well, any other JWE Championships. Because, if and when, because it will happen eventually, you lose the Nexus Championship match, you cannot try again for the remainder of the season. You lose and you're out. It's a lot like a roguelike in that sense. And his opponent, it is your men's Nexus champion. It is Jack the Ripper.
contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Men's NXT Championship. Introducing the challenger from the Machine Age, weighing in at 235 pounds, Niles S. And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at 195 pounds, the Men's NXT Champion, the Cyborg, the Ninja, Raiden!
And here we go, Raiden, aka Jack. I mean, he still technically is Raiden. Handing the championship belt over to the referee, showing 9S, and showing the world. And here we go, referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle as Raiden immediately picks up 9S, walking him over to the ropes, tossing him up against the top ropes. And a standing moonsault, or standing shooting star press. And a Pele kick, Raiden's favorite. But 9S with the offense, walking Jack around, wasting a little bit too much time, allowing Jack to elbow out. And I know I said this during 9S's intro or entrance, but just a reminder, this is a Nexus Championship match, which means that the loser cannot try again. So if 9S comes out on top, Raiden cannot try for the belt again. And if Raiden defends, as 9S gets out of the way of that tornado kick, if Raiden defends, then 9S, his Nexus Championship hopes for the season are dashed. Nice backflip kick from 9S. Getting the distance. There's a knee to the thigh, and again. Raiden to the outside, jumping back in. And also, Raiden has a bit of an advantage this match that he kind of showcased last month against Dunban, where he can technically stay outside the ring and lose by countout, and since he is the champion, 9S must win by either pinfall or submission. So Raiden could technically head to the outside, try to disqualify himself, try to count himself out, and remain champion. I don't see him doing that, but it is a possibility. And now elbows after elbows, Raiden and 9S elbowing out of the grapple. Raiden with the reversal. And another backflip Pele kick. Jack landing it. And Jack with a spinning heel kick. And apologies if I use Jack and Raiden interchangeably. I mean, technically that's not incorrect. There's a neck breaker. And setting up 9S in the table. There's a kicks to the face. And a stump arm puller. 9S to the outside, climbing back in. And losing the grapple. Jack walking him to the southern ropes. Knife edge chop. And just pulling on the leg. Jack again with the Pele kick. And again setting up 9S in the table position, kicking him in the face, picking him back up. Kick to the chest. Chicken wing facebuster DDT. And now Raiden up top. Looking to put a bow on this. Corkscrew moonsault. or corkscrew shooting star press, excuse me. And again, not quite done, forcing 9S up to his feet and looking to put him away with the rules of nature. There's one, there's two, and 9S does not kick out, and Raiden, Jack the Ripper, defends the belt yet again. This time by pinfall.
Here's your winner, and still the men's NXT champion, the Cyborg, the Ninja, Raiden.
And Jack, going from months of nothing but losses to now defending the Nexus Championship belt 2 months in a row. He is absolutely on the rise. And I'm curious to see what the future holds for him. And here we go for our second Nexus Championship match of the evening. Introducing first, it is the challenger, representing Torna, it is Lora. And her opponent, it is your women's Nexus champion, looking to extend that for a 6th month in a row. It is Fiora.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Women's NXT Championship. Introducing the challenger from Pangea, Owari. And her opponent from Stillwater, the Women's NXT Champion, Fiora.
Here we go, our two women locking eyes, sizing each other up. And referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle with Lora immediately on the offense, dodging Fiora's first attack and sending her into her own corner. And a corner senton. And Fiora kicks out, looking to go for a bit of offense herself. Snap suplex. And Fiora already the record holder for longest Nexus reign. Men or for men or women's. Male or female. At 5 months, looking to extend it, like I said in her entrance, looking to extend it to 6 months in a row. Which is almost unheard of in JWE. And Lora setting up the People's Moonsault. Now stomping on Fiora. And also, yeah, Fiora, like I said during the show intro, looking to become a double champion, as she is set to face off against Delta in just a few matches, time. But in order to become double champion, of course, you'll have to win this match. It's well, looking increasingly unlikely as Lora is putting up a really good offensive, wrapping the arm around the top rope and pulling Fiora away. Throwing the red flag, getting Fiora in the corner, now sending her on an Irish whip. There's an arm toss. And a knee strike to the bridge of the nose. Smashing both knees into the canvas. And again. And Lora just really working on those legs. Makes a lot of sense. Slowing down your opponent, crippling your opponent at the same time. And making it a hell of a lot easier to get the pinfall. There's one. Fiora still kicks out at just a 1 count. Rolling to the outside, trying to catch her breath, trying to figure out what is going on and why this match isn't going her way. As she steps out of the way, Lora with a really bad landing on the outside. And Fiora tossing Lora into the steel steps. Now kicks to the face, sending Lora face first into the mat on the outside. And sending her down with an elbow. There's 5. Fiora setting her back up. And tossing Lora back inside the ring, climbing in at the count of 6. And both women looking for a clothesline, but Lora the one to connect first. And Lora back on the offensive. There's 1, there's 2, Fiora kicks out. And now Fiora running right into Lora's facebuster. That could be lights. There's 1, there's 2, Fiora kicks out at 2 still. Lora setting up the finisher. And there's 1, there's 2, and Fiora still kicking out. What is going on with the champion? I have no idea. Lora with a senton. And Fiora just unable to get any offense going. Now Lora up top. Crossbody. Into the pin. There's one. There's two. Fiora still kicking out. What does Lora have to do to put the champion away? I think just continue the offense, honestly. Because Fiora has no answer for anything right now. Of course, as soon as I say that, there's a springboard bulldog. Will Fiora make a comeback here? Stomping Lora in the corner. Setting up the drive-by. And a standing shooting star press into the pin. There's one. There's two, and Lora kicks out. And now armbar. Fiora, not really known for her technical prowess, trying to win this thing by submission, and releases the hold. Bottom rope moonsault. Fiora completely on the offensive now. The tides might be shifting. There's two, and Lora does not kick out. And I wonder if she just tired herself out.
Here is your winner, and still the Women's NXT Champion,
Fiora. The only word I can think of to describe that match: tenacity. She had absolutely no offense to begin with, but somehow gets the win. Okay. And she is one step closer to becoming double champion. And now for our first tag team championship matchup of the evening. Introducing, welcome to the Queendom. It is Nia and Melia Antiqua. It is Ascension. Winning their match against the Cyber Idols to get this opportunity. A surprising win against the Cyber Idols to get this opportunity. And their opponents, they are your women's Eclipse. No, Jayromada. Eclipse? Yes, Eclipse. Excuse me. Yes, your Eclipse women's tag team champions. I was right the first time. I should not have second guessed myself. It is Yukiko Amagi and Chie Sadonaka, the Twin Dragons. Also coming off a win against the Cyber Idols, but a month ago at Against the Odds, or 2 months ago rather, at Against the Odds. Was that a month ago? Anyway, at Against the Odds, in their matchup against the Cyber Idols in that 3-on-2 handicap match. Yeah, sorry, I am really bad with time. I have no idea how long something has elapsed.
The following contest is a tag match set for one fall, and it is for the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Tag Team And their opponents, the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Tag Team World Champions, the Lucha Dragons!
Here go Chie and Yukiko giving up their belts to the referee, who's showing the world. Well, the belts are a little bit out of... Okay, whatever. And here we go, Yukiko and Melia, the first in the ring. As Yukiko immediately sending Melia into the corner, tagging in Chie. And already, a tag team attack. Chie now immediately on the offensive, soccer ball kick to the stomach. And an early pin attempt. There's two Melia kicks out. An surprising 2 count early on. Granted, it was just 2.0, but still. Melia back inside the ring. Tossing Yukiko for an Irish whip. Looking for the knee, but Chie stepping out of the way. And a standing facebuster. And sending Melia back into the corner. Yukiko tagged back in. And another tag team attack. Nia looking for the tag, but Yukiko saying no. And stomps to the kidney, knee to the face. And just working on that wrist, double knees to the spine. And just stomping on the kidneys again. And the Twin Dragons in firm control of this match so far. But this is a tag team match, and this is WWE 2K24, so you never know. Here's a pin attempt. Melia kicks out at 0. You can go with a springboard flying forearm. Nia again looking for the tag and gets it. Yukiko immediately welcoming Nia into the ring with a combo. But Nia kicking out. Double foot stomp. And finally getting a semblance of offense for Ascension. Double underhook suplex. And Nia up top. Looking for the elbow drop, but Yukiko rolling out of the way just in time. And a knee to the bridge of the nose. Nia immediately back up to her feet. Tossing Yukiko into the corner, tagging in Melia again. And a chain attack. Melia with an arm breaker. Double stomp to the face. Rolling Yukiko onto her back. Piston-like right hands with that ground and pound. And forcing Yukiko back up to her feet. Tossing her into the corner. But Yukiko elbowing out. Running big boot. And there's a knee smash. Yukiko trying to get the Twin Dragons back into this match. I mean, they weren't completely out of it, but looking to continue the domination that they had at the beginning of the match. Chie looking for the double leg drop kick, but Melia rolling out of the way, head scrapes, and now clothesline. Thought she was looking for the comeback, but no, just a clothesline and a double leg drop kick. Chie sending Melia back into the corner, tagging in Yukiko. And a double back body drop. And Yukiko with a stomp to the arm, stomp to the back. And the ground and pound. Chie tagged back in. There's the Irish whip. Double shoulder tackle again. And Chie avoiding the clothesline. Hurricane Rana takedown. And now just tagging Yukiko back in. Melia with a spear. Intercepting Yukiko on her way back inside the ring. A little bit of a choke. And again and again. And now finally tagging out. Nia's back in. Nia trying to attack Yukiko in the corner, but Yukiko getting her hips up, or getting her knee up. Trapping Nia in the corner. And tagging out Chie's back in. Chie forcing Nia back up to her feet, but Nia with the reversal. And just cranking on the arm. No, I was right. Yeah, no, I was right. It was 2 months ago that the Twin Dragons won their championship match, because last month was Extreme Rules. What am I saying? Nia looking for this 2-on-1. Half-hitch knee raise to the chest and just pendulum backstretch. Yeah, sorry, my memory is garbage. And now Nia going for the pin. There's one. Not even a 2 count as Chie kicks out. Nia tossing Chie into the corner. Tossing her aside. And the double leg kick. Spinning back elbow. Stomp to the spine. And an Irish whip into the corner. And again, Chie falling for it. And a Hurricane Rana toss from Nia. Here's the pin. There's one. There's two. Yukiko in the ring. But, wasn't needed. And now Nia to the top rope. Turning around. Corkscrew shooting star press to the spine. And here's the pin attempt. I hope Chie is okay. There's two. And, well, she's okay enough to kick out. Could just be adrenaline. Chie out onto the apron. And fighting her way back inside the ring. Here goes, sending Nia into the corner. Turning around face first into the turnbuckle. And tagging Yukiko back in. Neither team with the breakup advantage anymore. And Yukiko just working on the wrist. Double knees to the spine. And Nia kicks out. Kick to the spine, double foot stomp. And now Yukiko walking Nia into the corner. Pulling her aside. Double rebound, spinning elbow. Going for the pin, and Melia immediately in the ring to break it up. But advantage, Twin Dragons. Yukiko with a knife edge chop and now lining up the finisher. Looking for something big. Abdominal stretch. I mean, she'll probably release it because it's the AI, but... Yep. Yukiko avoiding the tag, or preventing the tag, rather. And sending Nia into the friendly corner. Turning her around. Turning her around again, potentially trying to make her dizzy. And Nia having enough of the games. Spinning back elbow. And here we go, double tag out. Melia with a wheelbarrow arm drag. And Chie rolling out of the way to avoid the grapple. There's an X-Plex. And there's one, there's two. Melia kicks out. Importantly, without the help of Nia. Melia sending Chie into the corner, tagging in Nia. And another chain attack. There's a rolling neck breaker. And Nia going for the cover. Yukiko, importantly, breaking it up. And now, Ascension with the advantage. There's a stump leg puller. And Nia tagging back out. Melia's back in. And now the high NTL looking to fly high. Telling Chie to get up to her feet. Crossbody. And here's the pin. There's one. There's two. And Nia and Melia are your newest Eclipse Women's Tag Team Champions. Chie and Yukiko had it at the beginning, but that was a really nice comeback from Nia. Melia coming in at the end as well. That was just a clinical tag team match, both teams. And it just so happened that the belt changed hands. And for our next championship matchup, introducing the challenger, it is the final boss, Matt. Your former Mr. Money in the Bank, but never a title holder that I can recall at least. Looking to change that here tonight. And his opponent, it is your Jayromada Men's Universal Champion, Waluigi. And this should be a really good matchup, honestly. This is a matchup that I've been looking forward to all week. And it's finally here. Yep, that sign is right. This is a happening. In just a few seconds' time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Men's Undisputed Impact Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from the internet, weighing in at 213 pounds, Matt! And his opponent, standing 7 feet tall, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Men's Undisputed Impact Universal Champion, the Technician, Wallace!
Waluigi handing the referee the belt, referee showing Matt. And showing the world. And referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle. Waluigi immediately picking up Matt over the shoulder, back body drop. And a stomp to the upper arm, forcing Matt up back to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Pulling him aside. Scoop slam. And now Waluigi's staring Matt down, spinning heel kick. And an over-the-shoulder suplex. Matt with the Enziguri reversal. But Waluigi rolling out of the way. Up, over the shoulder, and there's a double knee smash. Now Matt lining up. The spinning neck breaker. Or the reverse neck breaker. Forcing Waluigi back up to his feet. Over the shoulder, and again the double knee smash. And Matt with the ground and pound. Springboard moonsault. And just cranking the arm. But Waluigi with the reversal. Springboard looking for the double leg dropkick, but unfortunately, despite Waluigi's length, or height, Matt was just out of the way. I meant to say lank, but yeah, no, it came out wrong. And Matt playing chiropractor, just cranking on Waluigi's neck. And Matt heading up top. Diving alley-oop elbow drop. And Matt seems to be in firm control of this match. Heading to the corner. And setting up The Superman punch. But not quite done. Heading to the other corner. Here we go, the wind-up. And the pitch. But Waluigi turning that around. Waluigi the kicks to the chest. The takedown. The alley-oop powerbomb and the pin. There's one. As Matt gets the shoulder up. Cranking on the leg. Knife edge chop, uppercuts. Matt stepping out of the way, but Waluigi continuing the offense. Neck breaker. And Waluigi lining up. Looking for the delayed suplex. Thought that was going to be Waplex, but no. The delayed suplex. Matt stepping out or getting out of the way, and there's a flying forearm. And now Matt showing Waluigi. No, Waluigi slips out of the way. Reversal after reversal. And now Waluigi taking Matt down in a guillotine chokehold. And Matt finding a way to slip out. Waluigi looking for the knee, but Matt hitting with the clothesline. And Matt with the slap, going for the pin. What was the referee doing? There's one. Waluigi kicks out. Matt, you're not Junko. Thank God. Waluigi knocking Matt out of the ring. And a senton for good measure. Waluigi with a stomp to the spine, pulling on Matt's arm. And Matt with the reversal along the outside, tossing Waluigi back inside the ring. Only a 3 count. Not too bad. Matt forcing Waluigi back up to his feet. Irish whip. And the takedown into the ground and pound. The Waluigi rolling out of the way. Looking for the kick, but Matt with another flying forearm. Forcing Wa back up to his feet. And now both men just exchanging right hands in the corner. And I wouldn't be surprised if the winner of this little exchange will be the winner of this match and the winner of the Men's Universal Championship belt. Matt with the reversal and busting Waluigi open. And again the reversal. There's a knife edge chop. And the knockout punch. And Matt trying his hand again at the fastball punch to wind up and the pitch. The perfect strike. There's one, there's two. Waluigi kicks out. Matt in the corner and looking for a signature or finisher from every corner. Technically, technically got it done, but whiffed, so there's a glorious uppercut. And the pin for the title. There's one, there's two, and Waluigi does not kick out, and Matt finally is a men's Universal Champion.
Here is your winner and the men's undisputed Impact Universal Champion, Matt.
That was just a good old back and forth slugfest. That was a damn good match. And Matt is finally, like I said, is finally a Universal Champion. And for our next matchup of the evening, it is a champion versus champion match for the Women's Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing first, she barely defended the belt earlier tonight and looks to gain another championship under her belt. No, looking to gain another championship belt on top of her belt. This match right here will define JWE history for the rest of the season. No hyperbole. This woman right here can walk out of this match as double champion if she plays her cards right. Now, her belt is not on the line, so she is absolutely walking out of here as champion. The question is, of how many? Of how many belts? And her opponent. It is your Women's Cruiserweight Champion of Eclipse. It is the Changebringer, Delta.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing the challenger from Stillwater, the Women's NXT Champion, Fiora. And her opponent, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Cruiserweight Champion, Jaran.
And here we go, Delta handing over the championship belt. Which one of these women will come home with the green and gold? And here we go, referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle, with Delta immediately with the offense. A basement enziguri into an arm breaker. And hopefully for Fiora, this match will not be a replay of her last match. I mean, kind of hopefully for her, because since she won that, but Delta is a different beast compared to Lora. And Delta on the offense. And no idea what she was thinking there. Like, yeah, Delta, you have good range, but you don't have 20-foot range. Or 15 feet, or however long a ring is. There's one. Delta kicks out. Is it 15 by 15, right? Delta with the reversal. Looking to run behind Fiora with a springboard, but Fiora grabbing her and walking her to the northwest corner. And Delta with the reversal. Middle rope, there we go, that's how you connect. And Fiora with the reversal. Double foot stomp and already looking better than last match. Fiora with an axe kick. And a kick right to the spine. Middle rope moonsault, 180 crossbody. And a standing moonsault, but Delta rolls out of the way. And a DDT. Fiora back up to her feet. And Delta immediately taking her down with a crossface armbar. And Fiora immediately getting out. And also Fiora coming off of only 2 matches rest. Which, not even 30 minutes. And Fiora completely whiffing on that moonsault. Heading up top, undeterred. Moonsault from the top rope. And connects. There's one, there's two, and Delta kicks out. And now Fiora lining up the enziguri. Delta rolling to the outside. And remember, Delta does technically have a champion's advantage. She could stay out of the ring and prevent Fiora from becoming double champion that way. And I highly do not think that that's going to happen. I forgot what the word I was looking for, but whatever. Fiora with the clotheslines and a running high kick in the corner. I suspect that's not going to be I suspect that Delta's not going to count herself out or disqualify herself. I think that's what I was. I think that was the phrasing I was thinking of. And now Fiora with an armbar. Probably just looking to put just trying to put pressure on Delta. And yep, there we go, releases the hold. I didn't think that she was actually going to go for a submission win. But there's a slap and the pin. There's one, there's two. Delta kicks out. Standing corkscrew moonsault. And now Fiora lining up the trip And the handstand leg drop for the belts. There's one, there's two, and Fiora is a double champion. Only your second. Only the second double champion in JWE history behind Sayaka, and history has been made. And for our second tag team championship match of the evening, introducing first, it is Akos and Mikhail. They are 2/5 of Torna. The other 3/5, of course, being Petroka, Jin, and Lora. And their opponents, they are your men's Jayromada Tag Team Champions. It's Shulk and Ryan time. They are the Vision Warriors.
The following contest is a tag match set for one fall, and it is for the Men's Undisputed Impact Tag Team World Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 355 pounds, the Acolytes, and their opponents at a combined weight of 415 pounds, the Men's Undisputed Impact Tag Team World Champions, the Brain Busters.
Here we go, Shulk and Ryan giving the referee the tag team belts. And here we go. Mikhail, Shulk, the first in the ring. And here we go, referee rings the bell. As Shulk immediately tosses Mikhail into the corner, forcing him back up to his feet. And tossing him into the corner, here comes Ryan. And a chain attack. Double underhook suplex. Not a suplex, but an arm drag. And a neck breaker from Ryan. Sending Mikhail back into the corner, slugging right hand. And Mikhail elbowing out. They're going to get a little bit of offense going for Torna. With a backpack backbreaker. Sending Ryan over the top rope. And joining him on the outside. Mikhail forcing Ryan back up to his feet. And Ryan with a reversal, sending Mikhail chest first into the steps. There's 5. And Ryan just going after Akos. There's a backbreaker along the outside for Akos as Mikhail spears Shulk off the apron, and already we are chaotic as Ryan asking Mikhail what the hell he was thinking there. Bear hug along the outside, but Mikhail elbows out. They need to be mindful of the referee's count, or at least Torna does. Ryan could technically stay outside the ring the entire time. It's unlikely that he will, but it's a possibility. Or at least keep Mikhail along the outside, which is an even larger possibility. There's 8. Mikhail back up to his feet. And Ryan again saving Mikhail by sending Akos off the apron, and I think I'm having deja vu. I am absolutely having deja vu. That move actually connects, though. Deja vu. I feel like I've been in this place before, higher on the street, and I feel like it's my time to go. And I don't know the actual lyrics. I'm sorry. Fake racing fan, don't even know Initial D. Akos finally in the ring, kicking Ryan off of him. Welcome to JW, and more importantly, welcome to the Moon J20 channel, where it's ADHD all the time. Akos going for the pin, and Ryan kicks out. And Akos tossing Ryan into the corner, but Ryan with the reversal. Sending Akos into the corner. Strong right hand. And setting Akos up in the Tree of Woe. And pin attempt in the corner. There's 1. Akos kicks out. And Shulk's back in. Shulk forcing Akos up and taking him down. Forcing Akos back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. And a face first into the turnbuckle. Here's the pin. There's 1 and only 1. Shulk with a moonsault. Forcing Akos back up to his feet, but Akos turning that around. And now facing off against Ryan with a little bit of revenge. And Akos with the honor roll. Pin attempt, there's 1. There's 2, Shulk kicks out. Akos forcing Shulk up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner, tagging in Mikhail. And Mikhail with an elbow drop. Here comes the pin, and Ryan breaks it up. I'm sorry, it's hard to pronounce Ryan in the way that he doesn't pronounce it. Like, I always say Ryan. Akos with the ground and pound. Trying to turn things in the favor of Torna. There's a kick to the spine. And looking for the elbow drop, but Shulk rolls out of the way. Shulk with the small package driver. And tagging in Ryan. Bridging suplex. And Ryan forcing Akos back up to his feet. Irish whip. And Akos getting his knee up, tossing Ryan in the corner, but Ryan elbowing out. Knife edge chop to the throat. Kick to the spine for Akos. And again. This man does not care how much pain he inflicts. He will do anything for the victory. Bulldog. And Shulk looking for the pin, not getting it. Ryan, there's one. Ryan gets his shoulder up. Akos pulling Ryan away, spinning elbow. And here we go, double tag. The original two back inside the ring. Shulk with a snap mirror. Not snap mirror, with a roll through. Kick to the chin. Jumping knee strike. And an arm breaker. Shulk with an Irish whip, sending McHale into the corner. Strong right hands. And Ryan is tagged back in for another chain attack. And dealing heavy damage to McHale. Ryan going for the pin, but Akos breaks it up. Ryan, you know what time it is. It's Ryan time. Irish whip into the corner. Or maybe it's time for a chain attack. I don't know. Armbar. Shulk breaks it up, but neither team now has that tag out advantage, or neither team has that pinfall breakup advantage. Ryan completely throwing that elbow drop away, and now McHale tags out. Advantage Torna. Akos lining himself up, sending Ryan tumbling to the outside. And Akos knocking Shulk off the apron, Ryan back inside the ring. Picking Akos up in the corner, tossing him to the side. And now knocking McHale off the apron. And Akos with a crossbody over his partner. And Ryan with the reversal. Suplex. And again. And welcome to Suplex City. Ryan turning his attention over to McHale. Barrel roll suplex. And there's 7. 8, Ryan tossing McHale inside the ring. There's 9. Akos is back in the ring. No idea why Ryan sent Mikhail in the ring, other than trying to potentially get a disqualification. There's the Irish whip, back elbow, pin attempt. There's one, there's two. Ryan almost gets to three with both Torna men in the ring. Mikhail finally leaving. Irish whip. And a corner facebuster. And now Shulk's back in. Mikhail's in. Backpack into the pin. There's one. Shulk kicks out. And Mikhail tags out. Shulk looking for a spinning fist, but Akos catching him, tagging Mikhail back in, and a chain attack. Flying clothesline. Mikhail going for the pin. There's one. There's Ryan. And Akos is back in. The referee is still down. It's a really big advantage for Torna if they can take advantage. But Shulk the reversal. Avoiding the snap jab. But Akos tossing Shulk back inside the ring. And Mikhail. Never mind Akos. I think Akos was looking for an avalanche, but Shulk fighting out. Akos with the advantage. Elbow. Pin attempt. There's one. There's two. And Torna are your new tag team champions. And next, introducing the challenger for this Eclipse Women's Tag Team Championship match. Not Tag Team, Women's Universal Championship match, excuse me. It is the Phoenix, Akane Owari. And her opponent, it is your Eclipse Women's Universal Champion. Looking to redeem herself from last year where she lost the championship belt, the Jayromada Women's Universal Championship belt, to Bayonetta inside the chamber last year. Slightly different situation or circumstances this year. But A2 looking to erase last year's loss and continue, or rather start a brand new streak where her last one ended.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Japan, Akane Owens. And her opponent from Valhalla, the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Universal Champion, Jaran.
Here we go, A2 handing the championship belt over to the referee, showing it to Akane. And at the end of this match, one of these two women will be holding the Sapphire and Gold. Referee rings the bell. A2 immediately running towards Akane, hitting her with a clothesline, not wanting a repeat of last year where she actually did quite well in the chamber. She survived 5 of the 6, or 4 of the 5 pinfalls. 5 of the 6 wrestlers, unfortunately, she was bested by Bayonetta, who is not in this match. And A2 pulling back on the arm, trying to dislocate it, and now going for a pin against Akane. There's 1, there's not 2. As Akane kicks out. Kick to the spine. A2 heading up top and jumping down. Just trying to play mind games. Akane rolling out of the clothesline, rolling out of the way of the clothesline, and tackling A2 down to the ground. A2 back up to her feet, immediately hit by the double Pele kick. A2 with a snap suplex. And I forgot to mention, but this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. But a JWE Falls Count Anywhere, so no weapons. This isn't Extreme Rules. Akane catching A2. Elbow to the thigh. And A2 grabbing Akane from behind, preventing her from springboarding. Single shoulder suplex. And a kick right to the spine. A2 heading up top. And a crossbody. Going for the pin, there's 1, Akane kicks out. A2 with a kick to the stomach, stomp to the skull. And Akane turning that around with the elbows. Springboard double leg dropkick finds its mark. And here we go, Irish whip, arm drag, cartwheel dropkick. And Akane with a moonsault elbow drop. And the pin for the belt, there's 2. A2 kicks out. Akane up top. Looking for the split leg moonsault, but just not getting the distance. And Akane cranking on A2's neck. Forcing her back up to her feet, and A2 turning that around, looking for the comeback. The hammer punches, the spear, and the elbow. That was underwhelming. A2 with the Irish whip, knee trip, pin, and referee immediately calling for a rope break. A2, rightfully so, pissed off. Akane was only a few inches away, but inches away is not at the ropes. And Akane reversing the signature. Spinning back heel kick from Akane. Here's the pin attempt for the belt. There's one, there's two, and A2 gets her shoulder up. Double Pele kick again from the Phoenix. Forcing A2 up to her feet. Gut wrench suplex. And again. Akane bottom rope, but A2 rolls out of the way. Neckbreaker suplex from A2. Trying to get back in the driver's seat. There's a kick to the spine. Trying to redeem herself from last year. Another kick to the spine. Now A2 hyping up the crowd, forcing Akane up to her feet. And here's the Irish whip, sending Akane to the outside. And finally, we begin our Falls Count Anywhere portion of the match. Akane with a tackle. And the ground and pound, preventing A2 from any offense. Trapping the arm, trapping the hands, stomping the arm. And again, the ground and pound. And here's the pin, there's one, there's two, and A2 again kicks out. Feel like we're gonna be here for another long while. A2 with a back elbow. Axe kick. Kick to the spine, A2 going for the cover. There's one, there's two, and no three. A2 looking to put an end to this. Over the shoulders. F10. There's one. There's two. And redemption. A2 finally getting a win at the chamber. It wasn't in the chamber, but close enough. It's redemption. Let's see if she can go on for another 5 months. She's at 2. She has 3 more to go. And for our next championship matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the ringleader finally getting his one-on-one, no stipulation shot at the championship belt. It is Jaran. And his opponent. It is your men's Cruiserweight champion of Eclipse. It is the one, the only, Sir Bones.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the men's undisputed hybrid cruiserweight championship. Introducing the challenger from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 155 pounds, Jaran. And his opponent from the pits of hell, weighing in at 100 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid cruiserweight champion, Gentleman Boom!
Here we go. These two men, once brothers in arms, now and were rivals. Jaran finally getting a mano-a-mano shot at the belt, and he's not wasting it here. Double leg dropkick, looking for the elbow drop of Bones, rolling out of the way. Flying forearm connects. And now Bones, looking for the People's Moonsault. And connects. Standing shooting star press finds its mark. And Bones forcing Jaran up to his feet. Walking him to the southern ropes. And Bones with the rope-assisted stomp. Jaran rolling out of the way, rolling out of the ring. Bones up top. Turning around, looking for the hammer punch, and connects. And Jaran ducking underneath that punch. Trying to get back into the control, trying to get back in control of this match. Tossing Bones over to the side. Crossbody just not getting the distance. That was the right idea, just a little bit too eager. And Jaran kicking Bones off of him. And Bones grabbing Jaran from behind, sending him headfirst into the apron, and a head scissor elbow. There's 5. Bones back in the ring. Jaran just a few more seconds to get back in the ring. No, Bones with a suicide shooting star. And a small package suplex, or small package pile driver. Jaran finally rolling out of the way, tossing Bones back inside the ring, and trying to catch his breath. Bones not letting him have any room whatsoever. Another suicide dive, and again connects. Bones retreating back inside the ring. And Bones again! Suicide spear out of nowhere, and again finds its mark. Bones not letting his rival have any breathing room. And Jaran, clearly this is not what he was anticipating as he gets his knees up. He is looking out of his element. Bones is just completely in the driver's seat. Jaran tossing Bones over to the side. Referee at a 6 count. There's an elbow drop. And back into the ring Jaran goes, and so does Bones. And Bones with the recoil. There's the pin, there's 1, there's 2, and Jaran does not kick out. He was given an opportunity, and he could do nothing with it. I'm sure there's a reason why, Jaran didn't win that match. I'm sure he could come up with a myriad of reasons. But the only reason, the one and only reason, is because Bones is the one and only champion. And for our Jayromada Women's Universal Championship match, introducing first, it is the challenger. It is the ultimate martial artist, Sakura Ogami. And her opponent. It is your women's Jayromada Universal Champion, the Ultimate Soldier, Mukuro Ikusaba.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Women's Undisputed Impact Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Japan, Sandra O'Grady. And her opponent from Japan, the Women's Undisputed Impact Universal Champion, Ultimate Soldier, Makoto.
And here we go, both women ready. Referee rings the bell. As Mukuro begins with a step-up forearm and a springboard dropkick. Sakura pushing Mukuro away and walking Mukuro to the northern ropes. Kick to the stomach and using the bottom rope as leverage to choke Mukuro and bashing the back of the head against the apron while Mukuro's body was still in the ring. Stomp to the spine. And Sakura with the ground and pound, putting the champion on her back foot. But Mukuro with the back elbow. Sakura again pushing her away. Mukuro again getting in the pocket. And Sakura winning the grapple, walking her to the northeastern corner. Uppercuts to the stomach, but Mukuro again elbowing out. Face buster. And just cranking on that lower ankle, as opposed to your upper ankle, I suppose. And Mukuro with a crossbody. Grabbing control of the wrist. And Mukuro is really good at that small joint manipulation. At just causing pain in places that you wouldn't even think of in a wrestling match. And of course the mind games. Tossing Sakura into the steel steps. And if it stays like this, Mukuro will defend the belt. There's 6, Mukuro heads back inside the ring. There's 7 and Sakura just a few precious seconds to get back in the ring. And she does. Catching Mukuro mid-taunt. Gut-wrenching suplex. But not quite done. There we go. Kick to the spine. And again, this time with a stomp, though. And Sakura with a ground and pound. Flying double leg dropkick. And the pin for the belt. There's 1. Mukuro kicks out at 1. Sakura forcing the champion up to her feet. And Mukuro with the reversal. Sending Sakura into a pin, but here's Sakura going for a pin. There's 1. Mukuro. And Mukuro again, the small joint manipulation. And now over the shoulders. Setting Sakura up for the F5. Pin. There's 1. There's 2. Sakura kicks out. Irish whip. And suplex city. Pin attempt a little bit too close to the ropes for my liking. There's 1. There's 2. No rope break. Sakura grabbing the ropes. Referee ignoring it. Thank you, Junko and Oshima. And Mukuro Ikusaba, in controversial fashion, retains the belt. I know the referee wears black and white, but I didn't think he was associated with Monokuma. Sakura Ogami robbed. Mukuro Ikusaba retains. And now for our final championship matchup before the chamber. Introducing first, it is your Mr. Money in the Bank, Shinjiro Aragaki. And if Shinjiro grabs the belt tonight, not only will he destroy Goro Akechi's perfect season, but he will also have a golden ticket to become double champion if he plays his cards right. But of course, that that plan, that plan fully hinges on him winning this match tonight, which not super likely considering that Akechi is Akechi. And his opponent. It is your men's Cruiserweight champion and the undefeated man. It is Goro Akechi. For 4 months, he's been undefeated. Don't know how many matches, but we estimate about 13 or 14 and 0.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the men's undisputed Impact Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 155 pounds, Akane. And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 145 pounds, the men's undisputed Impact Cruiserweight Champion, Gordon Alexi!
Here we go, Akechi handing the belt over to the referee, who shows it to Shinjiro. This belt is very important to both of them for 2 completely polar opposite reasons. Here we go, referee rings the bell, they both run towards each other. Akechi with a running big boot. And a sleeper hold that Shinjiro gets out of. And Shinjiro tossing Akechi over to the side. Akechi rolling out of the way of the stomp. And sending Shinjiro down with a lariat. An Irish whip, diving underneath. Pop-up knee to the chest. Roundhouse kick, and Zagiri. And a knee to the bridge of the nose. Pinfall. Pin attempt. There's 2. Shinjiro kicks out. And Akechi, of course, wanting to retain his championship belt and continue to be perfect on the year. Whereas Shinjiro, not only looking to avenge Akihiko from last month, does a nice drop kick into the barricade, but also looking to get the belt so that he can cash in his Money in the Bank at a prime opportunity and become double champion. Now Akechi, he's probably not putting up much of a fight here because he is in a prime opportunity, prime position. Shinjiro knowing this, tossing Akechi back inside the ring. Wheelbarrow, facebuster. And a cover, there's one. Akechi kicks out. Irish whip into the corner. And catching Akechi with a clothesline. And Shinjiro forcing Akechi up to his feet, sending him down with a spinning discus punch. And a clothesline. Ducking underneath back body drop. And a pin, there's one, there's two, and Akechi kicks out. Shinjiro forcing Akechi up, facebuster, and lining up a finisher. And Akechi catches it. Springboard flying forearm. And the cover, there's one just trying to apply pressure. Shinjiro kicks out, looking for the victory roll, but Shinjiro with the reversal. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and Akechi kicks out. And Shinjiro continuing the pressure. Heading up top, crossbody. And Akechi with the reversal. Is not exactly having the match that he wants. But he has shown time and time again that he can absolutely come back from behind. Wrist clutch, knee to the face. But Shinjiro rolls out of the way. Akihiko with another springboard forearm. Irish whip into the corner. Akechi trapping Shinjiro in the corner, stomping him down. And a corner choke. Cover. There's one. There's two. Shinjiro kicks out. Akechi forcing Shinjiro up to his feet. And a snake bite. Here's the cover. There's one. There's two. And Akechi retains. It was a good effort from Shinjiro, but Akechi still undefeated.
Cruiserweight champion, Goro Akechi.
And now, for our first of 2 Elimination Chamber matches. Introducing the participants. First, it is Pandoria.
The following contest is the Elimination Chamber match! The rules of the match are as follows. 4 participants will be locked away in their respective pods. 2 superstars will start the match in the ring. The participants will be released into the match in random order. Eliminations can take place at any time during the match. The last superstar remaining in the chamber will be declared our Elimination Chamber winner. And it's for the Women's Undisputed Impact Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing the challenger from Stillwater, Pamela.
And introducing next, it is your former Women's Cruiserweight Champion,
And introducing
Mitsuru Korijo.
Tokyo, Japan, Mills Carey Joe.
And third, it is the ultimate swimmer, Aoi Asahina.
And introducing the challenger from Japan, Ali Hinen.
And introducing fourth, it is your women's
And introducing the champion,
Cruiserweight Champion,
Diamond Mine from Tokyo, Japan, the Women's Undisputed Impact Cruiserweight Champion, the Queen.
it is Makoto Niijima. Now all 4 chambers are filled, so now it's our 2 superstars who will be starting in the ring. Introducing first,
Representing Diamond Mine from Tokyo, Japan, the Phantom Violence.
of course with her luck she starts in the ring. It is Kasumi Yoshizawa. And last but certainly not least, it is Igus. Here we go, doors closed. Referee rings the bell. And it's kind of hard to see with the chain in the way, but Igus beginning the offense. And an arm breaker. Forcing Kasumi back up to her feet, but Kasumi with the reversal. An elbow sending Igus down to the ground. And Igus rolling out of the way, but Kasumi with a Spanish fly. A springboard wheelbarrow facebuster. And there we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Mitsuru. Mitsuru immediately going after Kasumi, walking her into the corner, but here comes Igus with a drop kick. And now Mitsuru and Kasumi just completely ignoring Igus, facing off against each other. I guess that's what happens when you have a long rivalry with each other stemming from last year when they weren't even in the same brand. Mitsuru going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Igus kicks out. Speaking of kicks, Kasumi with a drop kick. And 10 more seconds until we get another challenger in the ring. Neckbreaker from Kasumi. And who's it gonna be? Makoto. Nearly DDT and a pin attempt for Mitsuru. There's one as Kasumi kicks out. Flying springboard forearm from Makoto. Mitsuru and Kasumi continuing to fight each other. Knee to the face from Makoto. Mitsuru with a snap suplex. And now Mitsuru going after the champion. Ten more seconds to determine who will be the last in their pod, who will be the freshest superstar when all is said and done. Who's it gonna be? Pandoria, as Hina makes her way to the ring. Igus with a pin attempt. Kasumi still kicks out at one. Spanish fly from Igus. Another pin attempt. There's one, there's two. Kasumi kicks out. Mitsuru tossing Hina back inside the ring. Igus with a stump leg puller. And looking for a drop kick, but Kasumi rolling out of the way. Facebuster from Hina going for the pin. There's one. Igus kicks out. And now 5 seconds until Pandoria enters the ring. And now all 6 women are in the ring. It is time for the Elimination Chamber to truly begin. Lariat from Makoto. Igus elbowing out as Mitsuru catches breath in the corner. Makoto and Mitsuru fighting each other in the ring. Pandoria grabbing Kasumi from behind. Mitsuru tripping Pandoria up, going for a submission, but Pandoria fights out. And now Igus going for a pin against the champion. There's one, there's two. Makoto kicks out. Suplex from Hina. Submission hold breaks. There's a pin attempt. Kasumi kicks out. And now Makoto going for the pin against Igus. There's two. Igus kicks out. The longer everyone's in the ring, the less and less the advantage becomes. Pandoria with a clothesline, forcing Kasumi back up to her feet. Igus completely whiffing on that attack. Makoto taking advantage. There's two, and Igus has been eliminated. Single shoulder suplex from Hina. And a Pele kick from Pandoria that missed. Kasumi kind of maybe felt the breeze on that. Hina going for the pin against Makoto. There's two. Makoto kicks out. Sunset flip from Kasumi. Forcing Pandoria back up to her feet. Makoto elbowing out. And of course Mitsuru going after Kasumi, but Kasumi with a reversal. Standing shooting star press. Sumi forcing Mitsuru back up to her feet. And I love watching these two redheads fight. Double team attack against Kasumi. She cannot catch a break. Revolute knee strike from Hina. Pin attempt. There's one. There's two. Pandoria kicks out. Chicken wing facebuster from Mitsuru. Makoto going after Hina. The ground and pound as Pandoria sends Mitsuru for a run. Kasumi back to her senses. Pin attempt against Mitsuru. There's only one count. Reverse neck breaker from Pandoria. Pin attempt. There's one. There's two. Mitsuru fights her way out. Top rope arm drag from Kasumi. And Pandoria the reversal against Hina. $1 million stunner. I know it's Stun Dog Millionaire. I don't care. There's one. There's two. And the champion has been eliminated. Kasumi Yoshizawa has eliminated Makoto Niijima, and we're going to have a new champion at the end of the night. The question is, who is it going to be? Pandoria going for the pin. 1, 2. Hina kicks out. And again, the two redheads finding each other along the outside. Spanish fly from Kasumi. Arm drag from Pandoria. Back into the ring we go as Pandoria again goes for a pin attempt. There's two. Hina again kicks out. Kasumi sending Pandoria to the outside. And now here comes Hina. But Kasumi with a reversal. Sending Hina into the corner, chasing after her, flying forearm. And now Pandoria. Kasumi avoids the attack. Double team attack against Pandoria. Suplex from Mitsuru. Kasumi sending her for a run to the outside. And again, our two main championship contenders fighting each other. Pandoria avoiding the axe handle punch. Kasumi with a takedown against Mitsuru. Heading up top. Axe handle punch against Hina. And a snap suplex. Pandoria, opportunistic. Elbow to the spine, sending Kasumi to the outside. And Hina knocking Pandoria off the apron. And Mitsuru cleaning up the ring. And Kasumi going after Pandoria. Mitsuru heading up top, looking to fly against Hina. There's a leg drop. And the cover, there's one, there's two, and Hina's been eliminated. Sling blade against Pandoria, double leg drop kick. Sling blade again into the drop kick, and if I was Mitsuru, I would just let Kasumi go after Pandoria. Because that's clearly what her intentions are. That's one. That's two. It's Mitsuru versus Kasumi. A rivalry pretty much as old as JWE. Through the legs, we see Kasumi trying to pin Mitsuru. Mitsuru fighting out. And looking for the natural selection. Here's the pin. There's one. There's two. Kasumi gets her shoulder up just before three, and this match continues. Mitsuru lining up. But Kasumi gets her knee up. Can Kasumi go from the first in the ring to the last? Or will Mitsuru deny her of the opportunity and once again become champion? Playing leapfrog with Mitsuru and Kasumi. Spanish fly from Kasumi. I have to say, I'm pretty sure that whoever wins this match, the audience will not care. There's two, and that winner is Kasumi Yoshizawa. From first in the ring till last, Kasumi Yoshizawa, congratulations, you are an Elimination Chamber winner. And that is the chaos that the Chamber can bring. Kasumi Yoshizawa finding a way to do it again. Congratulations. But like I said, I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't care who would win between Kasumi and Mitsuru. That was the perfect ending. That was not planned, by the way. But the perfect ending. I didn't care who won that exchange. I truly didn't. Kasumi, welcome back. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our main event of the evening. With some pretty cool camera work as well. It is the Elimination Chamber for the Eclipse Men's Universal Championship belt. Introducing first, it is the Dragon of Dojima. We've already heard this before, but I'll shut up.
The participants will be released into the match in random order. Eliminations can take place at any time during the match. The last superstar remaining in the chamber will be declared our Elimination Chamber winner. And it's for the men's undisputed hybrid universal Introducing the challenger from Japan, weighing in at 194 pounds, the Dragon King. Woo!
It is Kazuma Kiryu. And next up, it is the hero of the Homs, the Beast, Dunban.
And introducing the challenger from out of this world, weighing in at 180 pounds, the Beast, Dunban.
And introducing third, it is your men's Universal Champion of Eclipse. It is the Lone Wolf, Zenkichi Hasegawa.
And introducing the champion from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 225 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid universal champion, Wolf.
And last but not least, at least for the pods, it is the one, the only, Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
At 300 pounds, the engineer, Dr. England.
And with our 4 chambers filled up, it is time to introduce our starting superstars. Introducing first, it is the Mad Dog of Shimano, the One-Eyed Slugger, It is Goro Majima.
And introducing the challenger from Japan, weighing in at 176 pounds, Maria!
And starting off the match, Majima, that is right up his alley, let's be honest. And right up his alley as well is starting off the match against... Once Majima stops staring down everyone in the pods. The Ultimate Coach, Nekomaru Nidai.
And introducing the challenger from Japan, weighing in at 268 pounds, Coach Makoto!
Here we go, Majima and Nekomaru starting off the match. As they meet in the middle, Majima begins the offense with a Spanish Fly. In an early pin attempt against Nidai, but Nekomaru kicks out. At a 2 count, which is surprising, but a kick out nonetheless. Majima up top, staring down Nekomaru, getting him back up to his feet. And a springboard or top rope diving lariat that connects. Standing shooting star press. And forcing Nekomaru back up to his feet. Tossing him back inside the ring. And Nekomaru kicks out as we're 10 seconds away from our first entrant. Who's it gonna be? It is... the Eggman. Eggman probably not thrilled that he was chosen third, but we saw last match, it does not matter. It really does not matter when you come out. It really only matters when you're eliminated, if at all. Eggman just bouncing Majima off of him. Bouncing Nekomaru off of him. And a crossbody attempt from Eggman, but Majima going for the pin. Nekomaru kicks out at 0. Nekomaru with a punch right to Eggman's stomach. 10 seconds remain until we have our second entrant. Who's it gonna be? Our champion, Zenkichi. Is that the second match in a row where the champion is the 4th entrant in the match? Double Irish whip to the outside. Majima and Zenkichi as Eggman and Nekomaru fight each other along the outside. Gut-wrenching suplex. Zenkichi fighting his way out. And Nekomaru tossing Eggman back inside the ring. Now, who is going to be the freshest man in the chamber? Is it Dunban? Or is it Kiryu? Is it Kazuma Kiryu? It's gonna be Dunban, as Kiryu is the 5th entrant. And of course, Majima was waiting for him, tossing Kiryu back inside the ring. Or not even back inside the ring, no, into the ring. Nekomaru going for a pin against Eggman. There's 1, there's 2. Eggman kicks out. Zenkichi with a springboard enziguri to the back. Majima and Kiryu, of course they find each other. Double team attack against the coach, as Majima goes after Eggman with an Oscar. And 10 seconds remain until Dunban enters the ring, and we have all 6 entrants. And let the Elimination Chamber truly begin. Majima going for a pin against Kiryu. There's 1, there's not 2. As Zenkichi welcomes Dunban to the ring with a clothesline. Eggman hoisting Majima up over the shoulders, power slam. And Eggman and Zenkichi find each other. Nekomaru with a neck breaker against Kiryu. Pin attempt, there's 1, there's 2, Kiryu kicks out. Eggman forcing Majima up to his feet. Over the shoulders again in a power slam. Zenkichi with a knee to the face, busting Dunban open. And Zenkichi going for a pin against Kiryu. There's 2. Kiryu kicks out. Nekomaru sending Majima to the outside. Electric chair from Nekomaru as Dunban sends Zenkichi into the corner. What a graceful exit from Dunban. Standing shooting star press attempt from Majima, but Dunban getting his knees up. Kiryu back to his senses, as Nekomaru tosses Eggman over to the side. Kiryu with a single shoulder facebuster. Recoil, pin attempt. There's 1, there's 2. The champion kicks out. Dunban looking for the DDT, but Eggman fights out. Forcing Dunban up, and forcing Dunban down. Victory roll from Majima. Nekomaru picking up Kiryu. Majima's probably not too happy about that, but deciding to team up with Nekomaru. Kiryu picking up Majima over the shoulders. There's 2. Nekomaru kicks out. There's an attitude adjuster from Kiryu, and that Majima kicks out of. Kiryu showing mercy to his old adversary before picking him up and sending him headfirst into the turnbuckle, busting Majima open. And now Eggman looking for the bear hug that Kiryu immediately elbows out of. Eggman with the pin against Nekomaru. There's 2. Nekomaru kicks out. Dunban with a neckbreaker against the Mad Dog. Kiryu being elbowed by Zenkichi. Dunban with a knife edge chop against Eggman, but Nekomaru with a grand uppercut. Sending Dunban flying. There's 2, and Dunban kicks out. There's 1, there's 2, and Majima eliminates Kiryu. Because of course he did. Eggman picking up Dunban and sending him for the Egg Scrambler. And the pin. There's 1, there's 2, and Dunban kicks out. I was going to say his day is done, but no, not quite. Eggman picking up Dunban, sending him neck first against the ropes. And now Zenkichi looking for the Lone Wolf as Nekomaru kicks out. Lone Wolf pin attempt from Zenkichi. There's 1, there's 2, and the champion gets a pinfall. Not the Lone Wolf, the Wolf's Bane, excuse me. Zenkichi gets a pin off the Wolf's Bane powerbomb. Nekomaru sending sending Majima for a run. Dunban with the Blossom Dance, and completely missed that. So, Born in a World of Strife, against the odds we choose to fight. Blossom Dance, there we go. Pin attempt, there's 2, and the champion is eliminated. That remains Majima, Dunban, and Nekomaru. Nekomaru with a powerbomb. But Majima kicking him off. And another shot to the spine. Majima sending Dunban for a run. And it's going to be another match. I just realized it's going to be another match where a starting entrant will be in the final 2. It is guaranteed. Now, who's it going to be? That's still to be determined, but honestly, if Nekomaru and Majima team up to fight Dunban, it's going to be 2 matches in a row where the starting entrant's going to be in the final 2, or the starting entrant, or a starting entrant, is going to win the belt. And I think that's what Nekomaru was thinking. There's 1, there's 2, Dunban kicks out. Majima playing by his own rules. There's a Russian leg sweep, but Dunban hitting Majima in the back of the head. Irish whip, suplex, into the bridging pin. There's 1, there's 2, and Majima does not kick out. It's going to be Nekomaru versus Dunban. Dunban with 2 eliminations, 1 against the champion and 1 against one of the biggest championship contenders. There's a facebuster busting Nekomaru open, and Dunban lining up another Blossom Dance. Born in a World of Strife, against the odds we choose to fight. Blossom Dance. Here's the pin. There's 1, there's 2, and Nekomaru kicks out. Dunban, a middle rope knee finds its mark. And Dunban hyping himself up. Nekomaru back up to his feet. Running neckbreaker. And looking for a moonsault, but Nekomaru rolling out of the way. Nekomaru with the backpack facebuster. And the pin. There's one, there's two. Dunban kicks out. So either it's going to be the starting entrant or the Champion Slayer who gets the belt, which I'm okay with either. Nekomaru walking Dunban to the outside and tossing him over the ropes. And joining him out. Elbow drop. Yes, I know Rex, who is like the Champion Slayer, isn't in this match, but you know what I mean. Nekomaru taking advantage, or taking control of the match. Lining up the pop-up. Backbreaker. And the pin. This should be it. There's one. There's two. And Nekomaru Nidai is your brand new reclaimed champion of Eclipse. And 2 Elimination Chamber matches in a row where the starting entrant wins the belt. Dunban put up a great fight, but Nekomaru is just that much stronger. And what a PLE. Dude, this was probably one of the best PLEs, not of the year, but of JWE history, not even lying to you. And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you on Monday for Jayromada, or hope to see you tomorrow for Jayromada, and Friday for our special 4th of July version of Eclipse, as we prepare for our next PLE of the year. But until, I think it's SummerSlam next. I think it's Summer SmackDown next. But until then, we are signing out from Vancouver, BC. See ya.